Hello students, welcome to the class. Today we'll discuss about antisense RNA technology and how it controls the gene expression. It's a very important and very interesting technique which is nowadays used mostly for the gene therapeutic purposes also. Okay, so what is exactly antisense RNA? You must be knowing about the normal mRNA. The normal mRNA, it is transcribed from the genes. The protein coding genes, they code the genetic information and they transfer the information into the messenger RNA, which is carrying the message for the protein synthesis. And transcription of mRNA, this mRNA, it is the sense mRNA as it codes for the protein and it carries the genetic information or protein coding information. This sense mRNA, it is translating or it is synthesizing the protein. As the DNA is double stranded, sometimes the RNA may also form the duplex. But the double-stranded RNA, they do not exist in the cell because of some of the ribonucleases which cleave the double-stranded RNA. Okay, and automatically the gene is silenced. So there is a regulation of gene expression by this antisense RNA technology, and most of the genetic diseases or diseases caused due to gene mutation or genetic disorders, they can be also cured by this antisense RNA technology. And by the application of RDT, we can also transfer the desired gene, the cDNA, complementary DNA, which can synthesize the antisense RNA. Antisense RNA is just the complementary form of sense RNA. So the sense RNA is normally synthesized inside the cell, and if we want to block the sense RNA's translation process, then in the co-transcriptional process or during the post-transcriptional process, the gene expression can be blocked if antisense RNA, it pairs with the sense RNA, forming the duplex RNA complex. This duplex RNA, it is cleaved by the dicer enzyme, which is a ribonuclease which is present in the cytoplasm and cleaves the double-stranded RNA. Okay, so let's discuss about the antisense RNA. See here, antisense RNA technology and regulation of gene expression. This is known as AsRNA, antisense RNA, or also known as the naturally occurring antisense RNA, which is there inside the cells, inside the eukaryotic system and some of the prokaryotic system also. Naturally occurring antisense RNA technology is also there. One of the example I have written here, it is the insulin-like growth factor 2 receptor. This is a gene which is also inherited from the parents to the offsprings. Okay, and it is the naturally occurring antisense RNA. Means this gene is producing the naturally occurring antisense RNA, and this antisense RNA, it pairs with the sense RNA and forming the duplex RNA so that it can inhibit the expression of other genes. Okay, and antisense oligonucleotides, what are these? These antisense oligonucleotides, these are synthetic single-stranded DNAs which are synthesized outside in the laboratory condition depending upon the sequence of a particular gene which is needed to be silenced. Okay, so if we know that genes sequence of the nucleotides of a particular gene, then that particular gene can be silenced if that particular gene is made up of two strands. It is the part of the DNA, it is the functional part of the DNA. So as it is double stranded and one of the strand of the DNA, that is the antisense strand or the template strand, it is synthesizing the mRNA, the sense mRNA. So the other strand, like the other strand, we can synthesize a cDNA, that is the complementary DNA, and it can be incorporated into the transgenic animals and transgenic plants body so that antisense RNA can be produced, and the sense and antisense mRNA, they can pair forming the duplex mRNA. Okay, so see, this is antisense oligonucleotide. It is nothing but a single stranded DNA which is synthesized in the laboratory condition. Okay, so how gene silencing is there? How gene silencing is there to this antisense RNA, already we have discussed. This is the technique here. Gene, it expresses the mRNA, it is transcribing the mRNA. This is the sense mRNA. This sense mRNA, it pairs with the antisense RNA which is complementary to the sense mRNA, and it forms the double-stranded RNA. Double-stranded RNAs are not existable inside the system. Inside the cell, dicer is the ribonuclease enzyme which can cleave the double-stranded RNA into many pieces. These small double-stranded RNA pieces are known as small interfering RNAs. Small interfering RNAs. Okay, this siRNA, they can pair, they can bind with the proteins to form the RISC. RISC is the RNA induced silencing complex, so that the gene can be silenced at the post-transcriptional level. And if the double-stranded RNA is cleaved, it is one of the way, neither the double-stranded RNA cannot be recognized and cannot be read by the ribosome also, so that the translation process is blocked. and automatically the gene is silenced. Okay, so this is the technique of antisense RNA in the post-transcriptional gene silencing process. It is also known as PTGS, post-transcriptional gene silencing. Okay, this is the antisense RNA technology application. Here I have drawn the diagram to express this. Okay, so let's discuss the other things. The antisense RNA technology, it was also used as the drug targets. Drug targets means in 1998, first drug it was made by the application of antisense RNA technology. This is a drug which is produced inside the patient's body due to the antisense RNA application, and this is Fomiverson. Fomiverson, it is also approved by the FDA, and this drug, it was created just to treat the patients against the cytomegalovirus retinitis in case of AIDS patients. This is the disease which can be prevented in the AIDS patients by application of this drug. Another example, it is Mipomersen. It is 2013 it is applied, Mipomersen. It is also approved by the FDA, and it manages the LDL, low density lipoprotein count, in the hypercholesterolemia patients. Okay, so these are the two applications which were first utilized for the diagnosis purpose, for the treatment purpose in case of patients by application of antisense RNA technology. Okay, and how it works, how the antisense RNA it works, how it silences a particular targeted gene. Okay, see here, it can silence the gene in the co-transcriptional regulation method. Means during the transcription the gene can be also silenced because of the DNA methylation or histone methylation. This antisense RNA, it can cause methylation of the DNA, or it can cause histone methylation, so that the transcription is blocked. Co-transcriptional level, at the co-transcription level also the gene can be silenced. Okay, and post-transcriptional regulation is also there. During post-transcriptional means after the synthesis of mRNA, gene it synthesizes the mRNA, transcription is over, and after that in the post-transcriptional regulation, here this one, in the post-transcriptional regulation, the sense mRNA which is produced by the gene can be paired with the antisense RNA, complementary antisense RNA, so that forming the double-stranded RNA, and is cleaved by the dicer enzyme producing the siRNAs. These are small interfering RNAs and can be also produce the RISC complex, the RNA-induced silencing complex, so that the gene can be silenced. Okay, and these siRNA pieces, they can block the expression of the same gene continuously and can be also inherited. Then by RDT, we already also discussed in the previous classes about the RDT, that is the recombinant DNA technology, and by gene cloning or recombinant DNA technology, we can transfer a particular cDNA, complementary DNA, which can synthesize the antisense RNA inside the patient's body or inside the different plants or animals. We can create the transgenic animals in plants by application of RDT, by use of different types of vectors. We can insert a particular cDNA into the cells of the plants and animals and can prevent them from different types of diseases and can make the transgenic animals and plants. Okay, so one of the examples, see here, by RDT synthetic gene can be introduced. The synthetic gene, we can synthesize a particular cDNA in the laboratory condition, and it can be ligated with different types of vectors, like the Agrobacterium tumefaciens. It is having the TI plasmid. The TI plasmid can be utilized by TI plasmids, the tumor inducing gene. It can be replaced by the cDNA, and that TI plasmid can be ligated into the it can be ligated forming the transformed TI plasmid, and the TI plasmid can be introduced into the Agrobacterium tumefaciens, and the Agrobacterium tumefaciens can infect the normal plants to make them transgenic. This is one of the example what I am discussing here. And one of the example is flower saver tomato. Flower saver tomato, it is also a transgenic tomato plant, and here the ethylene producing gene, it is somehow silenced. Means the ethylene gene it is expressing, but only 10% of the gene is expressing. Ethylene is the only gaseous plant hormone which is available in the world. This is the only gaseous hormone, and the ethylene, it is responsible for ripening of the fruits and vegetables. And due to this gas ethylene, the normal tomato, they ripen faster. So in the flower saver tomato, the ethylene gene, it is modified. Okay, ethylene gene, it is silenced somehow by this antisense RNA technology, and due to this the tomato, they do not ripen, and they can reach to the market and can remain for a long time without the harvest losses. Okay, so transgenic plants can be created by application of RDT. Transgenic animals also can be created by the retroviral vectors, or we can also by the application of RDT we can create the transgenic animals. We can induce the cDNA, complementary DNA. Okay, and in the mammalian cells, what is there? DNA vector can be used for inducing the what? Small hairpin RNA. Small hairpin RNA can be ligated with the vector. It can be induced into the mammalian cells for gene silencing. For particular targeted gene silencing, we can utilize these vectors in the mammalian cells also. And in 2018, the first siRNA drug it was utilized. The first siRNA drug it was utilized for hereditary what? Transthyretin mediated amyloidosis. This is the disease, transthyretin mediated amyloidosis. Here what is produced? See, transthyretin, it is nothing but a serum protein. The transthyretin is nothing but a serum protein which is responsible for release of retinol, that is the precursor of vitamin A, retinol, and thyroxine to blood. If this gene, the gene which is coding for transthyretin, this serum protein, if this gene is mutated, then retinol and thyroxine it is not released into blood, and due to which amyloid deposits occur. And this due to this amyloid deposit there occurs what? The nerves and the muscles, they can also, due to the amyloid deposits, the nerves and muscle degeneration can be there, okay, in this disease. So the transthyretin mediated amyloidosis, this disease can be also prevented. These patients can be treated by the antisense RNA technology by the application of the siRNA drug, okay. Other diseases like Huntington's disease, spinal muscular dystrophy, Alzheimer's disease, and Parkinson's disease, all these are also gene mutation. These diseases are caused due to the particular gene mutation, and these genes can be silenced by the application of antisense RNA technology, which is a very grateful and very helpful technique of biotechnology, so that it can be utilized in the society to treat these patients and these genetic disorders can be cured, okay. This is a very simplified technique that just a cDNA can be introduced into the cells by application of vectors. A particular targeted gene which is expressed, or that gene which is mutated, and we need to silence that gene. The gene's sequence should be known to us, so that we can synthesize the cDNA based upon that. And the antisense RNA, it is expressed inside the cells. It can bind with the sense RNA, forming the duplex RNA, and the double stranded RNA or duplex RNA, it is not survivable inside the system. So the dsRNA, the double stranded RNA, it is cut by the dicer enzyme, and doser is also another enzyme which is present inside the nucleus, which cuts the RNA during the co-transcriptional modification also. So dicer enzyme, it is present in the cytoplasm. It cuts the double stranded RNA into many small siRNAs. This siRNA, they can bind with the proteins, forming the RISC, that is the RNA induced silencing complex, and they can silence the gene continuously, so that this gene will not express, the mutated gene will not express, and the genetic disorder can be also cured. Okay, so this is the therapeutic purpose of the antisense RNA technology, and a particular gene can be silenced in the co-transcriptional level or in the post-transcriptional level. Okay, thank you for watching, and share and subscribe my channel for the upcoming videos. Thank you.